So IAC and tonight, and what we've been doing for the last year plus, especially, happens only with collaboration. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. And it happens within our organization, and it happens outside of our organization. So what I want to do first, of course, is thank all the different people that we've worked with, and I'll do it at the internal level. And it starts with our leader, El Dalmalka, Regional Director. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank the immediate past Regional Director, Tali Browman, who now works on the national level, but has been invaluable over the last 6 months in helping us. And of course, our council. And so I know they've mentioned before, but I'm going to mention it again, and then we can clap after I name all of them. It's Alon Moore, who also sits on the National Council, Tomel Saban, it's Maya and Kezi Shalev, Yavon Zusman, and Mort Zucker. And then I really want to thank the very hard-working Gala Committee who made this all possible and brought us all here together. Starting with my wife, Amy. As well as Adi Weissman. Susan Kramer. And Ricky Moore and Maya Shalev. I want to go back and especially thank Amy for all the hard work that you put into this over the last few months, and the fact that you're keep hanging around despite the million directions that I've been going for the last year, trying to balance that, with the work that I do. I don't know if any of you know, I also by trade am a lawyer. Do that sometimes, and then balancing that with driving the kids around and helping out at home and being a family person. And I do want to thank both of my kids, 3 kids, two of them are here. Jed and Scarlett. And our college freshman, who is finishing his time and taking finals right now, very fortunately at a very safe campus at the University of Miami. October 7th is another historical moment in the story of Jewish persecution that's etched in our minds. It's just like the Jewish slaves in Egypt, or the expulsion of Jews from Spain in 1492, or the pogroms in Russia in the late 1800s, or of course the Holocaust. We're used to waves of anti-Semitism and persecution. Nothing new. It is when the Jews pursue their biblical commandment to love our fellow man, when we let our guards down and allow things to happen and allow us to be vulnerable and for anti-Semitism to erupt. It's what my once Holocaust professor who studied at Tel Aviv University during my study abroad said, it's the eternal latent anti-Semitism. Each new wave comes with a new weapon, whether it's the sword, whether it's crematoria, whether it's social media. And we could all socialize for a long time about what was happening in Israel on the ground. What's heroic acts of the IDF, or how the Israeli military pursues some of the most humane combat rules of any military in the world. We could talk about the significant financial support that Israel gives to Gaza. We could talk about how Israel welcomes Palestinians into its highest social ranks, but we will be preaching to the choir. It is far more trendy and sensational to condemn the Jewish state and condemn the Jewish people that have done so much to advance society, and instead glorify terrorists that brutalize and massacre innocent women and children. That's the world we live in. And if it wasn't dangerous and if it wasn't tragic, I would think it's comic. We were born, me, my brother, my sister, we were born in Germany. And so I feel like I have the right to draw the very eerie comparisons between what we're watching on some campuses in 1939 Germany. And that is a comic book. October 7th should have opened the eyes to people in the world about the brutal Iran-sponsored terrorism and presented an opportunity for the Palestinians to shed the cancer and to start fresh with new leadership. Instead, it has emboldened a slew of social anarchists that are out there using October 7th, an age-old anti-Semitism, as a call to radicalize our very vulnerable youth and foster violence. But I always believe that every bad thing has something good that can come out of it. And every crisis provides an opportunity. What is our opportunity here? We have learned who our friends are, and fortunately there are many. This room is full of them. We've had the privilege to work with dozens of activists and leaders in our community and in other communities. And we intend to continue to do that so that we can improve the lives and safety of our children in campuses and in schools. And we hope that you will join our mission. Thank you.